Shema Yasharallah Yahweh Allah Yahweh Achad Shema Yasharallah Yahweh Allah Yahweh Achad Shema Yasharallah Yahweh Allah Yahweh Achad Brakatha Yahweh, Brakatha Yahweh Shai, Brakatha Yahweh, Brakatha Yahweh Shai, Brakatha Yahweh, Brakatha Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Chahakudash. I also want to give double honors to our elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and blessings, health and wellness to the house of David the elect. I'm Zahar, Spirit Wind Lawyer, formerly known as Spirit Wind Judah. And today I want to go into a topic entitled End Times Discussion through the Scriptures. Because, we're only a few prophecies from, the return of Yahushua. A few prophecies, namely the Charagma, the chip, Jacob's trouble. You got Jacob's trouble, the Charagma, World War III, and it was always taught to us, starting with the apostles through the prophecy, that when you see America going into Iran, that's when you want to beware, man. That's what you really want to pay attention to, because the scripture says what? There should be wars and rumors of wars. There should be wars and rumors of wars. But once again, when you see America going into what? America going into Iran, or Israel, going into Iran, that's when you want to beware. Okay? That's what you really want to, when you really want to take heed, man. But once again, we know that this is not the very end, per se, because we still have Jacob's trouble. We still have Jacob's trouble. We still have the Charagma. We still have, and that's how you know when World War III is going to get here. Okay? Hey, Shalom, via Spirit 7. Here's a scripture, Matthew 24:6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So we're at the wars and rumors of wars. Okay? We're at the wars and rumors of wars. It says, verse 7, Matthew 24:7. For nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. Okay? And people are basically crashing out, man. People are basically crashing out. You got all type of news breaks, news alerts, exchange of information between brothers, on these different platforms, man. And it's all type of chaos, and some of it we miss. As a brother, you can only catch up with so much as to what's going on, because it's like bullets flying everywhere, man, as far as the information is concerned, man. All right, there we go. Matthew 24:12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. And that's what's going on right now throughout the world, man. The love of many is wax cold, man. Just imagine humanity in the 1800s or the early 1900s. All right, the average citizen wasn't crazy. You didn't hear about people crashing out like that. You had systemic oppression. You had Jim Crow. We had those systems in place. But just the average human on earth was normal. All right? You couldn't fathom a world. Just imagine Jake in the 20th century, early 20th century, 1940s, 50s, 30s, Just imagine the conduct. Just, watch old footage of Jake. you know, in the early 20th century, man. Even in the 70s and 80s, Jake wasn't like this, man. And just the average person in America, the conduct of the average person in America in the 50s, that's a whole nother mentality than you see today, man. All right. But, you know, it's time for that Grim Reaper, all right, to revisit. All right. It's time for the Grim Reaper. It's time for the Grim Reaper's visitation, man. All right. People's behavior is a sign of the end, man. Extreme crash out behavior, man. All right. And when it comes to the 2/3 of our people, these people cannot be they cannot reproduce themselves, man. All right. How can a bunch of nasty, carpet munching females reproduce themselves, or a bunch of homosexuals, a bunch of, you know, brown chasers reproduce themselves, man? Sirach 39:28. In the water for the scriptures, there be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. All right? And that's what you see today. A lot of judgment. A lot of judgment, man. Okay? Because like I said, once again, there's a whole different spirit in this planet Earth. All right? And and I speak from my own inkling of a second that I've been on this plane, man. You know, growing up in the 90s and the early 2000s, right? It was wicked back then for sure. But this is just different now, man. It's more intense. And it's more digital, you know? It's more digital, you know? But there has definitely been a shift in this planet, man. And, you know, I will always have visions, what I believe is a vision of the times to come, man. All right, and every time, you know, I'm in this vision, and I would be in my old neighborhood, or I would be basically in the place where the Most High would have me, I never see Jake like that. I never see Jake like that, and I get it now. World War III, military draft, you have to factor in concentration camps, but hey, like you said, via spirit, man, the vibration is low. The vibration is low, man. The vibration is low, man. There's a demonic spirit. Well, as Scripture said, the Most High is going to release a perverse spirit in Egypt, man. All right? You know, it's just low vibration, like you said, man. Most High is going to unleash a perverse spirit in Egypt, and here we go. You know? But, you know, once again, all right, this is the world before Yahushua. That's another topic too. The world before Yahushua, the world before the return of Yahushua. And this is the world, the state of the world before the return of the Son. All right? This is the state of the world before the return of the Son. Just like the state of the world before what? The flood. This is the state of the world before the flood of missiles, also known as the second death, man. And this is what it means to be woke. All right, to know what time we are in accordance to the scriptures. That's what it means to be conscious, to be woke. You know, not some LGBTQ pro-black bullshit, man. All right. But we're in perilous times. These are dangerous times, man. Okay. And it's one thing to have what you see going on the news, but simultaneously, you have wickedness all around you in this country, on this soil, man. You know, it's one thing to watch the news and see wickedness, but when you leave the house, what do you see? Wickedness, man. The average Jake is just anti-Yahushua. The average Eve, anti-Yahushua. Especially Eve, man. All right? But like the brother said, via Spirit 7, the vibration on this planet is low, man. The quality of life is at a historical all-time low, man. You know? Just imagine feeding a baby formula Let's imagine you looking on the ingredients of your food, and it's a paragraph worth of bullshit in the ingredients. Imagine you seeing all type of alphabet around you, all type of alphabet characters around you, you know? Just imagine not tasting fruit when you eat it, you know? But now people who are not even in the truth, they're complaining like, man, time is flying by too fast, and I feel overstimulated, and something is not right, you know? I never have enough money. You see? The bankers is just drying up everybody, man. You know? And people are gonna think the solution is their charagma, because that's the play, that's the strategy. You know? That's a strategy for the bankers to liquidate the world of its current population, all right, and get the population down to about 500 million, and then to control them with a charagma, man. Because you have to remember, in each world war, millions and millions and millions and millions of people were put to death, mainly Edomites. But in World War III, millions and millions and millions and millions, really billions of people are going to die before Yahushua makes it back, man. You know? But then they should know a prophet was amongst them, man. And I have reason to believe through the scriptures, that brothers are going to have a standard, and sisters who believe you will have a standard, man. All right? And when times get rough and you can't just walk up and down and you can't drive somewhere, I believe around that time is when the standard is going to be lifted, man. When they shut the cities down, and you can't, drive here and drive there, man. Brothers going to be flying, man. All right, not just for fun, but to get to where they need to go, man. Because we're still going to be in enemy's territory, you see. Proverbs, let's see. Let me get the Revelation. Revelation 13:16. And he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Verse 18, here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. All right? And that's the charagma, that's the chip. And that's why everything is going from cash to debit cards to tap. And guess what's next, man? All right? And even in places in America that you thought was just straight up dirt roads and bushes, he has it he has it modernized to be formatted to be formatted to what? Have the chip, man. To be on the grid, so he could control the world's population, which would make sense. Speak as a man, all right? Why, as big as these states are, because these states are really countries, he has most people concentrated in key cities within these states. The vast population of these people within these cities, or within these states, are concentrated in the cities, man. You see? Hence the 15-minute cities, the smart cities. You see? But what does it say in Psalms, the 2nd chapter, around 8 verse? Hey, the Most High laugh at the blueprint of the New World Order, man. All right, you're not going to achieve the New World Order, man. All right? Because this is another Tower of Babel gone bad, man. This is from the perspective of Yahweh Ba'ashmael Shai, when he looks down upon the son of men and he sees their wicked devices. But it's like the Jenga tower, man. They only get so high before Yahweh Ba'ashmael Shai knocks those blocks down, man. Okay? And that's what's going to happen now. Hence the scripture, pride goes before a fall. No pun intended, man. But the Most High is going to knock down that damn Jenga tower, which is the height of your New World Order, which is you putting that charagma under everybody, and everybody basically worshiping AI, man. You know, everybody worshiping AI. 1 second. You know, this is via Spirit 7, Psalm 2 and 4. He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh. Yahweh shall have them in derision. Yeah, and he's going to have you in derision, ultimately through those missiles, through the return of Yahweh side, you know, and we're going to have your ass in slavery, man. Starting with the bankers of the nation, of the elite of the nation of Edom, man. Because the whole world is under the chains, the financial chains of the bankers, man. All right, the whole world is under bondage of the bankers, man. Okay, but you know that's pretty much the point, man. All right, these are the last few prophecies that we're on this earth breathing. All right, to fulfill our lot and our role. All right, fulfill our lot and our role as teachers, man. All right, as the scripture has said, you know, he that endure to the end, the same shall be saved. So that's what we're doing. Not but willing, we endure to the end and we be saved, man. I but willing. But I hope this live stream was of edification. All right, the water for tuning in, the water for the scriptures. All right, and once again, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Shai, Bahashim Kakadash, the honors to our elder apostles, elder bishops of Great Millstone well. Peace and blessings, health and wellness to the house of David the elect, and Baba Baal, Kamel Shalom, Shalom.